travel is searching, and home has been found. I am not stopping. I'm going hunting. I'm the hunter. Bring back the good, but I don't know when. I don't
Hello everybody, and welcome to this Friday live stream where we're gonna talk about Bitcoin, a bit of price prediction, maybe a bit of self-awarding. Who is here? Odin? Hello, good to see you. Don't forget to, leave like, retweet the tweet, etc. Always appreciated. I always forget to ask. So, starting by that, you can wait to see if you appreciate the stream first, of course. But yeah. So, we talked last week about the ETF launch, obviously, because that was last week. And only last week. It almost felt like longer than that, but anyway. And the market as a whole have been expecting a bit of a sell event, right, for the launch. I mean, it is in the usual behavior for Bitcoin to print a top on such news event listing stuff, right? And now we have been seeing quite some more downtrend since then. A bit of capitulation. Now, that said, we did not yet have a market structure change. We're gonna get one very likely soon. Wow. Probably soon. Now, as we sweep the low, kind of expecting a reaction, so it's not going to be really a trend change quite yet, but we are seeing the reaction, right? We have the launch of the ETF, and since then we have been just trending down, which is kind of expected because, the approval of the ETF was already in a very, very good holds earlier last year. So, all this trend is already the ETF being priced. Not necessarily the full effect, but the approval, right, and the listing. Okay, so yeah. So we have rejected so far from the yearly level from 2022 open, and now we are starting to trade below this year yearly open. So it's gonna be interesting to see what we do in the next 10 days to see if we can manage to close back above yearly open or not. You may remember, I don't know if I talked about that publicly or in private stream, but the yearly level, I've been defining the trend quite nicely in the past for Bitcoin, especially the first 2 months, right? So, just a quick recap here. We have all the yearly open. We see that when we closed February below it, and we trend below, right? We open again below. Well, we close January, February below here. We trade below until we reclaim it, and that's when the bull market started. And the year following, we close February above it, and we continue the trend. The year following, we closed February above it, and we continue the trend. We closed January, February below, and we were in a downtrend. We closed February above, and we were in a uptrend. So, February gonna be a bit more important than January. And even then, it's as much as we have about 10, how much is 2012, right? 2010. So we have about 14 years of data on that. it can behave similarly or differently. We'll see, right? And there is a year where it have been very different is during the COVID crash, right? But yeah, talking about that, because for now it seems that we are confirming a Pico top at the moment, and we have only until end of February to be able to close back above that level, right? And for now, the count that we have, or the counts in plural, are well either a bullish one, but can see quite a deep retrace. So same thing like last week, but 1, 2, and a sub 1, 2 potentially, and the indication being the low of wave 2 here. And the correction can happen anywhere here, right? We don't have to go down there. We might. I mean, that's the most obvious level. But yeah. But if we go down there, you see how it's becoming complicated to close February above it. But anyway, we'll see. It's possible that we have just consolidation inside the range we are here. You know, we might sweep the low and we can stay in the range and maybe come back sweep again. But overall, still float here. We don't necessarily need to go down. It's just very possible, and we may have a very quick move down and up as well. And even if we close February below it, it's not going to be free invalidation, of course. But we have also the secondary count, which is, you know, ABC here. We have tagged not perfectly the 1-1 extension on log scale, but, you know, usually, well, always for a while, I've been using the 90% 1-1 extension, right? Because 1-1 extension is kind of the perfect reach of the target, but we have been seeing on all time frame that we tend to front run that. That's the same thing that the golden bucket. At some point, the 0.6018 was giving an extremely precise level for bounce, reversal, whatever. And we had to have a 66, 707, or some other level, but because we have tend to either front run or rather go beyond it. So the same for the 1-1. All that to say, we reach the pocket of the 90% 1-1 extension, which is quite a perfect target overall for a ABC move, right? For a corrective move, which would be very bearish indeed. Because if this is an ABC move up, that means we're gonna go below 15k low, right? Before potentially printing a bottom, but we're gonna have another discussion about the count there. Because that have a lot of implication in terms of macro count. It would break the 4-year cycles, the halving cycles, etc. Not gonna be necessarily a good thing for the midterm price action. Oh, midterm upside potential. And you know, we also have forget to look at this, but you know, if we look at the FIB time extension, we also are quite close to the 1-1. So it depends what low you take. You know, I'm taking on this chart the higher low here because it is a lower low on spot. It is more significant to me. But if we take the derivative low here, you can see how we reach as well the 1-1 extension in terms of FIB time. So that means this move up here lasts the same time, very precisely at a few days, right? Lasts the same time than this move up. So it's also, you know, looking like a perfect ABC corrective move up. Can make you wonder, right? And you know, there's something when we talk about Elliott Wave, you know, for most of you, well, I already talked about those counts, and well, you know what Elliott Wave is. It's 5 waves, it's 3 impulsive wave and 2 corrective wave, right? So the meaning of that is that market tend to cycle into 3 wave movement into the trend, right? So I'm coming back again with that bear count, but the thing is that, well, we have this big correction here and here, but if we are taking a step away here and think about it, we have 1, 2, 3 bull run, right? So that kind of match perfectly what we could be looking for a 5 wave impulse theory. Well, the fact that we have kind of a perfect ABC move up here, yeah, make you wonder, right? Don't we have 5 complete wave, and in that case, that means the all-time high is not going to be reached anytime soon. And I think that's it. Yeah, it's an important thing to remember. As much as I don't want to spread too much bearishness here, we barely even retrace here in that news, and for now the ETF launch and so on is rather successful, right? We have interest, we have volume, it's going well. So my bias remain on more upside in the coming year, right? Coming years in period. But I cannot deny that there is signs and there is things that are made quite nicely here. We also, of course, retrace to the golden pocket precisely. So, you know, that's kind of the perfect retracement level for wave 2, for example, or wave B. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we have this in mind now. Oh, we made a new low here. Let's come back into the more local price action, because right now I think we are about to print a local bottom here, right? Let me keep the... No, I got the chat here. I'm not gonna say I told you so. He also told us 52k. I say idle target, right? I say idle target 52k, but I'm pretty sure last week, Friday, we were still there, I think. Oh, we were already broken down when I went live? Okay. Well, I said it on Twitter the day before, right? I think we have a top now. 52k was just the idle target for the 5th wave, but my minimal target was just to take the high, right? In fact, the controller, yeah, you went into the Discord, so you... I mean, I guess you're trolling a bit, but... you know, there was clearly some sell level at 48, right? I posted that saying, yeah, we have sell level here. It's where you want to be careful, take profit. We have order book that is very well into sales. It's pretty clearly, yeah. Anyway. We cannot always be precisely exact, right? I think I've been pretty good over the past few months. But the idea here is to complete a move down, right? To complete an impulse down. Pretty simple. We have an obvious 3rd wave here where we have the volume, well, the volume coming up before because of the news event, but a lot of volume inside here, acceleration. We made the target of the 161.8 quite nicely on this. Where's my target? 161.8. Fourth wave, it's a 382 quite precisely again. We're testing the 4-hour level where we have our 200 moving average as well, the 4-hour one, and then going into what seems to me to be a fifth wave here. The target, ideal target being pretty much anywhere in here, right? So where we are, potentially down to 39,200. Now, if we zoom in a bit, attempting a lower time frame count to get a bit more precision here. No, it doesn't have to always work precisely. We had a very precise move here. So yeah, that's a move down from from the wave 4 here to 43,400, 500. As you see, we hit the 161.8 quite nicely for the third wave. We hit the 382 quite nicely for the fourth wave. Even inside here, I just played a bit around, but we have very nice target met all the way down here for the sub count. So, you know, sometimes it works very, very precisely, often, right? Would not be an Elliottician otherwise. Sometimes there is a moment where you have to just ignore the noise that when the market is giving, we take, right? As I'm reading it right now, so this kind of overlapping price action is not necessarily easy to read. So again, that's why I'm not gonna bother too much reading inside, but I see the 261.8 he has a nice target for the third. Wave 4, I'm sure if I'm looking at the retracement, I'm gonna be 50% quite nicely. Nice work, last 4. And so for the higher degree, potentially we have 261.8 coming here at 40,300, which could give a bit of bounce for a higher degree of 4. So a bounce that could last a bit longer, a bit higher or not. Doesn't have to, but it may. You know, you're probably not in a wave 4 anymore if you go beyond the 50% retraced of the proposed 3, right? So it gives a lot of room. It doesn't have to go high. It can be just shallow. It can be quick, but it can be longer as well. If you compare it to the second wave, for example, it can last as long as the third. All that to say that at the moment, I'm seeing potential for a bottom into the 40,000. Now, 40,000 is gonna be a sweep of our range low here. So, you know, liquidity it is right now with so much quite significant long exposure here underwater, I mean. So in this kind of scenario, I tend to want to see long capitulation before we can reach some kind of reversal. You know, like here we have very aggressive short here, pushing price down, and that's when we see long capitulating, the one trying to buy the dip here, especially the one underwater, but a lot of this one let go. That's the moment you start to stabilize, right? So I kind of would like to see a long capitulation, which could take us much lower than this, right? 39,500, I could see that. But we have target for the fifth here in white, and target for the fifth in orange, right? So target here. Ideally, we hit a precise level here, but anywhere inside here is valid. Now, this is the main count I have. Doesn't mean there's no other count valid or very valid, whatever. Maybe we see a much stronger capitulation, who knows. maybe my count is wrong here, and maybe we have an A with a truncated fifth, a B, and we're going for a C, which gonna extend much more into the 7, or maybe we have extension into a 1-2, 1-2, and we can go a lot lower. The thing that giving me extra confidence in the idea that we are reaching a pico bottom here is, well, order book is clearly turning green here, right? Of course, it's not as high as when we were at the high into the side of the book, but that was very extreme extreme deepness into the order book, and especially in the sell side here, that we rarely see, right? We were at 200 million in the aggregated order book here, with huge imbalance for the sell, right? Now we are only at 100 million, but that's more normal for normal price action. And we can see how derivative is turning pretty greenish as well. We also have, we look at this, we have Binance trading at quite a premium. I mean, I'm not sure what to think about that, because it's especially the TUSD pair, you know, which is trading at 600, 1K premium, basically, which is pulling this indicator really high. But the volume is not that crazy, you know. If I look at a spike of volume here, I'm 90 BTC, so it doesn't mean much. But we have the USDT pair that are trading also at a significant premium. You know, $50, nearly $100 premium here. It's significant. That means they are buying. The Tether wells are buying the market tip here. They are trading at a premium. They are willing to pay higher than the average price to buy Bitcoin. The average market price, right? So after that's a work of the market maker to average all of this, but they are buying. And by thousands, right, here on Binance, and you can see on Bitfinex as well, which is probably the same kind of people. The volume is not crazy thrown by on Bitfinex. We see premium growing into 100 here, which is usually a good sign, but I would prefer to see volume, because here we're just seeing no volume. We are buying a bit during the drawdown here, but not so much. They were selling quite heavily on the very spike here. That was a good sign of topping action. Now volume is a bit low, but yeah, this is that. Derivative still trading at a premium, so you know, there is good sign, encouraging sign for a reversal, but it's not all set, right? We have CME here in white that have been trading at quite a premium for a long time. Well, especially before we break, when we were in that range here, a month or two prior to the approval here. Well, I say that's not necessarily a bullish sign. Well, when we have such high premium, where they were trading at $1,000 premium nearly at some point, it pushed the market up, right? Because if they are willing to buy so much higher, that means that a market maker are gonna have to sell on the CME market, but they're gonna have to hedge by buying spot, right? But usually it indicates for more. That's what we were talking about at the time. And now we are reaching quite more neutral level. So, you know, the hype is mostly gone. The hype of the launch here on the IBT, I have to change the chart because, yeah, I have to see the IBT. That's IBT. BlackRock ETF, right? So launched at a very significant premium, but it's cooled down and mostly neutral here, so it's kind of fine. Now, you know, probably if you follow looking for news and data, that Grayscale is the one selling quite a lot. So that was also something expected, right? Because you know that Grayscale, was Bitcoin Trust where people were only able to, a trust that was only adding Bitcoin to the trust and never getting anything out, or only a small portion to pay for the fee, but that's it. And now with the ETF launch, they are able to get Bitcoin out of the trust. And so how, as Grayscale was trading at a 40% discount a year and so ago, or 50% discount even, I think. You know, there's people that are in good profit, and there's people that have been stuck in that are just wanting to get out of Grayscale. And there is also Grayscale that is making a 1.5% fee on yearly fee, I think, on the trust, which is like, I don't know how many times, it's like 10 times average fee for BlackRock or others. So of course people want to get out of Grayscale to either just take profit or either to go into another ETF, right? So that kind of tend to that puts some selling pressure, some significant. I think the last, I don't know if this is the last, but I think we were at at a negative outflow overall. If we had the Grayscale overall with all the ETF, we have less Bitcoin in trust than they were before the launch, right? So for now, there is selling pressure. So that's also what could be, you know, supporting the idea that we're about to print a bottom. It's because we are about to enter into the weekend. So it's going to be the perfect time for some whales to maybe try to pump this a little, right? Especially the one that we have been, you know, the better one, especially that I've been buying up. Yeah, the market's gonna be closed, so there's gonna be no selling pressure from Grayscale for a few hours, a few days. I think it's a good time for to have a bit of a pump, right? Initial target for me gonna be the POC here of the range. It's gonna be a sweep of the high here at 43,500. Here I'm willing to average a bit of long, close short, and gonna have a major take profit here. Potentially we could go into the yearly, who knows? We'll have to see the behavior when and if we do regress. So yeah, are we here? So yeah, potentially we print the third wave here, and we might have another low, you know, maybe that's the low we will target, you know, after that, when we enter into the minutes time frame counts. It's nothing is sure, right? Let me check if I have, I'm gonna close a bit of positions here. Here we go, good. So yeah, after that, well, you know, depending where we have our low, we're gonna put a fib level here from the high to the low, and we're gonna look at where we have confluences. So we have the 3-2 here. We have 50%, and golden pocket 707 into the yearly here. We're gonna have a naked POC somewhere here. Do not extend, please. it's going to be as extreme. Maybe you're going to have to look more on Bybit USDT or UX or Binance here. Of course, yeah, I'm on spot, so sometimes a big derivative action is going to give a more precise reaction for the naked POC. But yeah, I think I'm not going to say it's safe. There's no such thing as safe trading. Or there is safe trading when you practice good risk management. What I want to say is, I would feel pretty confident we should be able to reach the POC of the range here and have a reversal here. Is it gonna take a few days, a week or two? I don't know. You know, it can be quick, it can be less quick. We'll see. I know, maybe we're gonna front run that level and just halt at the 3-2 here and reverse and front run the one that we're waiting for the SFP. Probably will get there. That's gonna be my main target, my first main target. Nearly look at, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think there's not a lot more to talk about here. Talk about the order book. We talk about open interest. We have the count. Now we can look at maybe the moving average. We did lost of 50 here, daily 50. You know, not necessarily the most bullish sign either. Doesn't mean we cannot over under it, you know. Yeah. There is obviously the 4-hour 200 that's gonna be resistance. So, you know, that's why we'll see. Maybe we're gonna get just a wick above that high here and keep 4-hour price action below the 200. That's could be the most simple thing to look for. You know, just pull your 200 EMA and SMA on the 4-hour chart, and price should go rather long. It's not necessarily the ideal indicator for leverage trading, because it's not necessarily that precise, but it can be a good indication that, yeah, we have price action above, we reject, we close the 4-hour below it, we are enable, well, then we continue the trend here. Most likely. At least it might help you not get into the FOMO at that point, right? If we reclaim it, maybe, you know, take a brace, reflect, maybe we go a bit above. That doesn't mean we cannot get back below it. We might do a bit of a deviation, lost it, and, you know, but I think it's a decent, simple indicator to keep an eye on. We also have the daily, you know, RSI on daily 4-hour to keep an eye on, but also indication of weakness here. We had our trend resistance here that we reclaim during the break of 30K. We trend above. We had support here on the wave 4 here, and now we lost back the trend. So the same on a daily time frame. Where is, you know, should we see a bit of strength here and come back into the high of the range? Where is the daily closing? Are we reclaiming that trend, or are we just stopping here and closing the day below? Indication that it is still a relevant resistance. Now we might be coming rather into support here. Okay, depending how you pull that. And 4-hour, well, 4 is, yeah, in oversold. We're kind of breaking. I still have bullish divergence here, but we're gonna start to have a sensible trend to keep an eye on. And we are on the trend here. And in fact, we do have the potential for a nice bull div here. Look, that's the kind of thing I like to see. We start with a bit of bull div here. The candle close. We have a bit more bull div here. And now we have one here, a nice one. That's a perfect set. That's the thing that I want to see. Exactly. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be all for today. I'm gonna go back into managing my own trade, right? Yeah, we hit some long, not a lot, but you know, it's not necessary to see long capitulation here, because at that point, it's not always easy to read that. We read as much as we want, as much as we can. Sometimes you have big short pushing into liquidation. Sometimes you have short or long getting trapped and just getting reversed. And here you have obviously big market makers short pushing price down into liquidity, but how much is their own one and how much is the crowd shorting the low here? They're gonna hide their track like this. They're gonna open short and long. They're gonna show their own long good position, and inside this, they're gonna be the whole market that it's gonna open position as well. And maybe what they want is to get into the long liquidation. They hit some here. You see here, you have a drop, so you see they find some liquidity. Helps them as well closing short from above. But they are also, I believe, building longs here. So maybe not. Maybe they're gonna push in until long gets liquidated and they go close all their short like this, or they're already building longs and at some point they're gonna start to close their shorts and open enter is gonna go down and price gonna go up like crazy, and all the bottom short are gonna get squeezed out and help it go beyond, and then you're gonna be FOMO and we're gonna have a pause, etc. Anyway, yeah, I think that was a good stream. I said everything I wanted to say, and I forget to check a bit the comments, but how should get it so easy? Lol, not this trace spot and title for this. Thank you. Should we 1,000 long, 1,000x long now? Yeah, that's probably a great idea. You're gonna get liquidated. What a 0.002% move. Coucou, Jenny. I was hoping it took the low from the 12th November or 11 December. God damn it. It's 11 December, so it's 11, 12, 23. You damn Americans. Yeah, it's still possible. I think we will get that. I think, yeah, it's not mandatory, but I think there's good chances that we're still into a phone that we're gonna get that. The question for me is how low we're gonna get on that. And here there's target. Okay, we have a weekly level. We have the liquidity of that date here. So we are stacked at 40. And we have quite some spots bids here at 40. We're already into the derivative bids. So maybe we don't go much lower. Maybe there will be a ton of stops here. But yeah, the target can be lower. As you see, we could see a wick. And it's gonna be not necessarily be the same price everywhere. Especially derivative could go much lower than spot, right? But let's say we have our third wave here. If I take 1 plus 3 here, with this lower time frame count, if this is correct and we don't go much higher than the 236, I could see, yeah, 39,800. Gonna be, yeah, in that pocket with the higher degree white 5 here, 61.8. So 39,750, 39,800 could be a good pocket. Now you can have a big weeks here and have a close back. It'll be a good signal for me. Thanks for Bay. You're welcome. Thanks everybody. I appreciate you came on to listen to me. And I hope that was interesting. 8 people, 16 people, 12 likes. But yeah, if you appreciate it, don't forget to leave a like. Likes and retweets on Twitter's Twitter are also appreciated. And everything, all of that sort of things. Yeah, no reason, I'm not. I know. I'm just kidding. The American way to note dates. So thanks everybody. Have a good weekend. Take care and see you very soon. Bye bye.